Martin, it was an enormous win on Wednesday night, but the performance was also a performance more like the Fulham that we've seen at the beginning of the season at Craven Cottage. What was more pleasing?
I felt that the 3 points was very pleasing. We knew that we played against Man City, we played against Man United twice because we played them tomorrow again. So in between you play games against Blackpool, and we did well, to be fair, and against West Ham, and we were always aware of the fact that that was probably the most important game because it was winnable, it was doable, play at home. The only thing was confidence was gone a bit because of these results against Man City and Man United. But of course we spoke about it. You can lose against these teams because they are better than us, and of course we would like to pick up points against them, but we didn't. So we have to be very strong mentally and focus on the game against West Ham. And first half was good. Second half we were under pressure and we couldn't get the first ball up to the outlet players, the striker on the wing, and then hold it and then support and get in their half. And the times we did that, we looked good. So we have to do that against Man U because they will put us under pressure. They've got good players, they've got a lot of mobility. And Man United is not our favourite team to play against, as we know. So we have to come up with something, and hopefully, of course, Berbatov is not there. Sidwell will be out. Hopefully, we've got some answers, and we will make ourselves proud again. Because I was more than happy against West Ham to lift us from that position we were in, because we were almost dragged in a relegation scrap, and now West Ham is probably on 27, Norwich is in there, so there's more teams now. We're in a better position, but we are very aware of the fact that we need more wins and we need more points to get out of this situation.
Mladen came on and scored the third goal, and obviously Hugo got the second goal with his head. It must be giving them a lot of confidence as well, coming on and scoring goals.
I don't feel that Mladen Patrick he struggles with his confidence, because he's probably the best substitute ever. He scored more goals than any other striker in England. If you look at the time he played, every time when he comes on, he seems to score a goal. So he's a very good substitute, and I know Mladen, he can start as well, But Hugo is different. He's got pace. He's erratic. He wants to play over his shoulder, and that is what we need with Berbatov. Berbatov is different. Berbatov is not like Rodallega. Berbatov is a bit like Patrick, So sometimes you need combinations and you need certain qualities, and that is why we made the decision for Rodallega and Berbatov. And before that, Brian Roos played in that hole. So we've got a few combinations, but we haven't found the balance. And I think the balance against West Ham, of course, was better. But Berbatov is out with an injury, so we have to come up with something else.
How long do we think Dimitar will be out for?
Dimitar wants to play for this club. He's desperate to help us. And with this injury, he will probably be out for a week.
Let's move on to yesterday's transfer window. A lot of activity that brought the total up, I think, to 5 in if you include Chris David, who I know is a prospect. Can you tell us a little bit about them all? We spoke about Emmanuel Frimpong. Tell us a little bit about Irby Emanuelson, Stanislav Manilev and Iyong Enu.
Of course, firstly, I don't want to excite people because Irby didn't play all the matches for AC Milan, so he's not a 10 or 50 million pound player. But I know him well. He's a bit like Dembele. Dembele could play, he was gifted. Of course, he was much stronger because Dembele, you won't find a second Dembele in England. And he shows that in Spurs. But Uri is a lightweight, but he's very good. He's quick, he's agile, he's good on the ball. So I felt we had to do something, because I've got some talents on the left, Kakani Klicelek, for example. And I need someone who can play in that position as well. Uri can play in midfield, but he can play on the left as well. So Uri is a talented player. Eno is totally opposite. Eno is a warrior. He's a bit small. He's not a big number 4. That is why we wanted Tom Huddlestone, for example. So we had 2 targets.
Tell us what happened with Tom Huddlestone.
With Tom Huddlestone, I know Tom since I was at Spurs, and Tom is one of the best passers in England. But Tom had a lot of injury problems. He didn't play a lot of matches over the last couple of years. So I thought it would be wise for Tom and for us probably to get a nice combination with Fulham and show everyone what he can do. But there was a lot of money involved, and we didn't want to pay that money. So in the end, I wanted him on loan. I think Tom wanted to come on loan. We were very close yesterday, and in the end, they pulled out. So that is, they're entitled to do that. But I was very happy to have
back to Eno
in the building. And Eno, as I said, he's not like Tom. He's not a playmaker, but he's a warrior, and he wants to give us energy, and he loves to come to Fulham. He played for Ajax, played a lot of games for Ajax. I had him, in the Champions League. We won the Dutch Cup with Eno. We had 85 points with Eno in midfield, and he didn't play regular since I left. So I feel that Eno was a bargain, and that was why we did that. And you will see that Eno will always give you 100%. He will fight. He's one of the most honest players we've ever seen. So that is why we took Eno.
And Stanislav?
Manolev in Holland didn't play. He's an international, but in Holland they don't give him the credits he probably deserves, and he feels he deserves. So I always say you have to take them when they're bad. If Manolev plays as a regular, we wouldn't get them, because I can remember that they asked 4.5 million for him in combination with other players. So I decided not to do it. But in the end, he was a bargain as well. Sasha Rita is doing very well, but if Sasha is out, as you know, Stephen Kelly went to Reading, and I wanted a backup player for him. So Stanislav Manolev, I spoke to him. He wants to fight for his place, so that is always good. He won't be in the team all the time, but he will try to prove himself, and if we need him, he will be there. So I thought it was a very good opportunity for us to take him.
And I believe because of the work permit issues, both Eno and Manolev are not available tomorrow.
They're not available.
But Urbi is.
Urbi is, and Urbi will be in the squad, and maybe he will play from the start, so I have to make a decision on that.
Okay, on to tomorrow. Obviously not such a great record against Manchester United, but with the confidence high after the win at West Ham, anything's possible, right?
I feel that with the backing of we know what they do. They try to pick up the ball with Van Persie behind your midfield with Rooney, so we have to come up with an answer. He did that at Old Trafford again. And we spoke about that, so hopefully we can match them up and try to keep them quiet. And that is what we always did with Van Persie, when he was at Arsenal. And since he's in Man United, he started scoring goals against us. So, of course, it's a very quick, mobile team, and we have to come up with some answers. But I feel that with the backing of the crowd, anything is possible. So hopefully, every point will be a bonus.
We wish you luck.
Okay, thank you.